How did you people get in my room? Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to, oh my God, episode 1 of season 3 of Ben's Camera Show. That's right. We got renewed for a 3rd season. And it's great to be back. I've had a little hiatus, had a little break since the last show, and I've been building up all sorts of cool material. And I got lots of stuff to show you. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to be a good season. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. So how are you? What have you been up to in the last, I don't know, I took a break for about 5 weeks or so since the end of season 2. And it's good to be back. It is good to be back. I was freaking out about a week ago because I didn't think I had anything to show you. But then I looked at what I've been up to the last few weeks, and I realized I do have a lot to show you. So great, it all came right. Well, I'll say that at the end of the show, whether it came right or not. Hello to everyone in the room, in the chat room, or rather the YouTube comment room. Please go ahead, keep commenting. I will get to your comments during the show as and when necessary. So anyway, what have I been up to in the last 5 weeks since the end of season 2? Well, I got my first COVID jab, which is great. And I should get my next one in a couple of weeks, which is also great. And theoretically, I can go out and mix with the population because I don't know about where you are, but in the UK, the lockdown is easing up slowly. We still can't go into any pubs or restaurants. But we can sit outside and look through the window. Unfortunately, it's been freezing the last week or two. But you know, it's all going to come together. I got a good feeling. And if I have a good feeling about something, something awful happens. So brace yourselves. Anyway, we're talking to a worldwide stage here, not just the UK. So what have I done? What's going to happen with season 3 of Ben's Camera Show? Well, I've made a lot of upgrades since season 2. Yes, indeed. Firstly, there's all new graphics and music. I'm not reusing the same old, boring YouTube copyright-free music. I'm using new, improved, more recent copyright-free YouTube music. What are you going to do? You know, it's free and it does the job. What else? Let's see. We have, I've swapped the DSLR and the webcam. So the top-down pointing picture that you can see right there behind me, that's now coming from a DSLR. Much, 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 much better. And the webcam is now filming the Super 8 projections. It's been demoted. Because I figured the DSLR is actually more useful than the webcam for showing you cameras and whatnot. What else? Yes. We are going to diversify a little bit this season in the subject matter. That's right. We're not just going to look at cameras week in, week out. No, we're going to go off on some tangents. We're going to go and look at things related to cameras. That's right. We're not going to go too far. Don't worry. It's still going to be all sort of camera related, but it's, let's see. I'm going to talk about projectors, Super 8 projectors. I'm going to talk about stills cameras, in particular medium format stills cameras. I'm going to talk about mobile phone cameras. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to do a show all about 3D. I'm going to have some special guests, which I'm not going to announce yet, but they are very special. I'm going to do a whole episode on getting started home developing because some people are a bit in awe, a bit sort of freaked out about whether they can do it or not. I'm going to hold your hand metaphorically and walk you through that. I'm going to do getting started on developing your own Super 8 and other films. We're going to do a show with more accessories. I did an accessories show, I think in season 1. It was very popular, and we're going to go full tilt on another accessories show. What else have I got? I've got a whole list of things. I'm going to look at experimental techniques in filmmaking. Yes. You know, when things go weird, things go wrong, and you think, well, that wasn't what I was looking for, but I like it. Well, Going to do a whole episode on that, on utilizing strange experimental technologies with filmmaking. Oh, that's the most fun of all. We're going to focus on some festivals. We're going to talk to some people who run film festivals and in particular Super 8 and stuff like that, and strange format festivals. So once you've made your film, you're going to get some tips on where to send it. And cameras. Yes, we haven't forgotten the camera fetishists out there. I haven't forgotten you. I'm one of you. I will still feature cameras on the show. Don't worry. We may be going off a tangent, but I know where my core is, and that's the cameras. After all, this is Ben's camera show, not Ben's show. Although, to be honest, maybe my viewership would expand a bit if I went on to other things. I don't know. Then I'd have to hold the show up on my own personality, which would be in trouble. Let's see who's in the room. Stas Vlad is here. Vladimir Strozov is here. Barry Steinlager is here. Tio Mani's here. Oh my God. Jake S. Del Mestro, welcome. I don't think you've commented before. I think you're a new one. Ben Marshall, an old friend of the show, is back. Oh my God, the room is full of friends. This is so great. This is great. This means I'm not nervous anymore. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I've changed the pop guard on my microphone, as if you can be like at all interested. But the previous one, look what happened to it. Look, it went grey. I don't know. Maybe the sun did it. That's what happens when you buy cheap crap off eBay. Anyway, welcome everyone. Well, what else have I been up to? Well, at the end of the last show, I talked about some cameras I've been putting on eBay. And much to my delight, several of them got sold. Hooray! And provided me with a bit of much needed do-re-mi. There's still a few left on the eBay. Let's have a look. Let's see what's still available on eBay. Look at this. Look at this. Not 8 minutes into the show, and already I'm trying to sell you shit. But you know, firstly, I'm going to go to my my little box over here. So, bye, Big Ben, and hello, little Ben in the corner. What have we got here? This is my. By the way, you can go to my eBay. You can go to my eBay anytime by going to tinyurl.com/bensuper8, and you can go to my eBay store. It's an easy link, and this is, to save you the trouble, this is what's there. A whole box of various cameras, some lenses. Oh, a Bell & Howell Filmasonic for only £40. That's still available. Mupi Zeta, a real fun little camera, £20. Bell & Howell 12-23, only £30. All of these have been proven to work and have been film tested. And if they don't work, send them back. You'll get a refund. A Yashica Standard 8. What I've noticed, some instruction manuals as well. What I've noticed is that the Standard 8 cameras are not selling very well. Who knows? I mean, I can recommend a Standard 8 if you're into Super 8. Why not? Go diversify a bit, especially the Bell & Howell. It's an excellent camera. But the Mupi Zeta, that's a fun little one. £20, £30. You know, I've noticed that people generally, because of the price of Super 8 being like £40 a cartridge and then another £80 to get it developed, people are going for the high quality cameras. But low quality camera does not mean low quality picture. Or rather, should I say low price camera does not mean low quality picture. You can still get a decent picture out of them. And so roll up and buy some of my old cameras. That's the only revenue I get from this show. I don't do adverts, at least not until YouTube will allow me to. I need a few more viewer watch hours before I can monetize the show. Until then, it's all commercial free. Hurrah. There's also my website, which is just above here, zerobudgetfilmschool.com. Go to my website and you can see all my previous shows, plus links to stuff I talk about on the show, plus a link to the eBay auction. And it's my own little place on the internet because I'm a bit old school. I have a website. I don't just do social media. Anyway, Ben Marsh says color coordinated with the gloves. Swish, yes. The microphone, the gloves, the shirt. It's all blue because it doesn't key out with my background, which is green, which you can't see. Anyway, Scott Chamberlain is here. Good. You said you were going to come, and you are. So, yes, hello to you. Hello from Boston. Wow. So it's like 2 in the afternoon there. So have a late lunch and enjoy the show, Scott. Now, something I want to show you. Let's go straight into it, shall we? Is there anything else in the intro I was going to say? Oh, yeah, I was going to do a whole spiel about what I've been up to. Well, no, I've kind of covered that. Suffice to say that during the hiatus between the last show and this one, I've had to go out and earn some money. Unfortunately, yes, people still have to go out and do their jobs, and my job at one point involved putting my hand down the toilet. I have washed my hands since then, and I did what had to be done to earn a bit of money. But the result of it all is that I'm able to sit here and talk to you lovely people today. In fact, sitting anywhere inside, sheltered from the elements and with 3 meals a day, that's really all you can hope for as a human being. And what else do humans do? They specialize in things and they share knowledge. So let's all be human tonight. And I will teach you stuff, and you will respond hopefully okay, and we'll all come out richer in knowledge because of that. Anyway, what's this? Box of various cameras. What's all this? This is my eBay auction. Now, notice here, there's a, let's put the DS, let's put the overhead on. Oh God, okay. Once again, the chroma key is giving me a bit of trouble. What's this thing over here? Yeah, that's our first camera of the night. Believe it or not, it's not a Super 8 camera. What is that? Let's have a look at it. I'm going to show you that first because someone's already put in a bid, £5. And in fact, that auction for that box of cameras ends in 2 hours and 45 minutes. So yeah, get bidding. Get bidding on a bunch of old crappy cameras, including this one. This is the first one I want to talk about. Music, please. Right at the end of the track. It's this. It's a Kodak Disc Camera. Oh, why oh why must my green screen crap out on me just at the moment I'm doing the show? Well, it's good enough. Right, enough music there. Kodak Disc 6000. Who remembers this? Who remembers this? The Kodak made a camera called disc cameras, and in 1982 they brought these things out, and everyone thought, wow, discs, because everyone knew about floppy disks at the time. And they came up with this thing called a disc camera. Now, believe it or not, it is not a disc camera that you would put an actual computer disc into. No, it's disc because the film that you put in it, the container that holds the film, is disc shaped. Yes, it's a sort of a bit of a fudge, really. Bit of a quasi disc camera. It's still analog. It's still non-digital. That's what analog is, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's see exactly what we're talking about here. So yeah, 1982 they brought this thing out, and there's some advertising bump. It was sold as a camera which you could take anywhere, point and shoot, everything auto, didn't have to worry about anything, easy to load. You didn't have to pull the strip of 35 mil out. Oh, bloody hell. All right. Okay. Show comes screeching to a halt while I fix the green screen. Oh, God. Am I going to bother? Yeah, I'm going to bother. I'm going to do it. I'm going to fix the green screen. Oh, dear. How did this happen? Chroma key. Oh, I see what it is. I've selected a color which during the day it was kind of a light green. Now it's a kind of a dark green. And there we go. Evening colors. And that won't happen again. Right. So anyway, Kodak came out with this thing. It's happened again. Let's do the similarity a bit better. Oh dear. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm doing this. That should do it. That ought to do it. Right. Let's go back. So the disc camera was this transparent camera which they made. All right, I'm going to give that one more go. I'm going to give that one more go to fix the chroma key. It was working so well in there beforehand. Oh, I see. It's the smoothness. All right. Ah, bugger it. All right, I'll fix it next time. Oh, that works all right. So yes, a disc camera. Oh my God, they were crappy cameras. I'm telling you right now, this did not set the world on fire really. They thought it would, but as you can see here, the camera, the film came in this disc, which had this kind of like, I don't know, it had 15 transparencies around the center, and it was each of these things only measured 8 millimeters high by 10 millimeters wide. So that's a tiny, I mean, basically a little bit bigger than Super 8 was the size of this. And this is, they're expected with, you're expected to shoot stuff, you know, of quality with this thing. Tio Manny says, grew up with one of those. Yeah, I got one myself for my, like, I was begging my parents for one for my birthday. I got one for I think it was my 14th birthday or something. I was so happy with it. But looking back on it, it's a right piece of crap. The problem is, you see, is that the picture had to be so tiny that the camera suffered. It suffered from terrible graininess in the pictures. The way they were supposed to print the pictures involved a 6-element lens. And most photo labs only had like a 4-element lens, which meant that the pictures came out a bit grainy. And that's saying something. And that's putting it mildly. They came out grainy. Here's a picture that was taken with a disc camera. You know, not super high quality. Here's another one that was taken with a disc camera. You know, it's about equivalent to the earliest kind of phone 1.6 megapixels kind of cameras. So yeah, they were not the best quality pictures. The film was specially developed to have a 5-stop latitude, and also it was on a special S-star base stiff kind of negative, and it was supposed to be like high quality negative, so you could blow it up. In practice, the pictures were not good. No, they were not good. In fact, let's see if this thing will even start up. That's the other thing. I thought I'd put some brand new batteries into this thing. I thought I would put some brand new batteries to show you lovely people how the thing works. I couldn't find any battery compartment. I thought it was very strange. Why isn't there a battery compartment? I tried sliding this thing because it feels like this is where the battery is. And nothing. Then I did a bit of research. Oh my God. Do you know what I discovered? I'm going to show you what I discovered. I discovered the... oops. Switch that off. I discovered this this online manual. And on it, it says power source. Your disc camera contains a long-life energy source called ultralight, which powers the disc advanced shutter and electronic flash. With proper use, it should last for at least 5 years. If you have difficulty with the camera, refer to the sections in camera care. And no, there's nothing about what happens when the battery runs down. It's very suspicious. I believe that they decided that this camera, no one's even going to use it past about 4 years. So it's not going to be a problem if the battery runs out. That's it. A 5-year battery on this damn thing, and then I don't know what you're supposed to do. Amazingly, this battery is about like this 30 years old, and it still does something. In fact, let's hear it. Okay, I'll turn the other mic on. I switch it on. And listen to this. Oh. Well, I got to hand it to the Ultra Life battery. The damn thing still works. That's all you did. You just pressed the button. It did everything else for you. Not the best camera. However, I'm selling this one. This Disc 6000. I'm selling it on my eBay auction with a bunch of other old 35mm cameras. Bidding is at £5, and let me tell you, if I get only £5 for the whole box of cameras, I'll be pretty happy because I want to get rid of these damn things. So that's there's my eBay. There's a digital one in there as well. I don't know why you'd want all these little compact 35mm cameras. Some of them don't even have battery compartments. I mean, really, talk about your crappy cameras. Anyway, so that's my eBay auction, and that's the disc camera. Let's see how much these things go for. Why don't we? Let's see how much they go for £1.70 after 2 bids. Holy crap! I wonder what the first bid was. Probably £1. £5.99. 10p. £8. Oh, someone's a big spender. £1.69. Oh my God, this is the bottom of the barrel here. 4 of them for £32.99. One guy who reviewed these things online said he had to buy 8 of these disc cameras before he found one that was working, and that working one pegged out after 10 pictures. So yeah, not the greatest cameras in the world, but a nice bit of 80s ephemera. So yeah, so disc cameras, bleh. not the best cameras in the world, but hey, you know, if you like the retro stuff, then why not? Oh look, here's some. Oh, these were sold. Yes, these are the ones I just showed you. Yeah. So what else did I do? Well, let's have a look. What's next? Oh yes, look at this. Where did I go to? I went to Piccadilly Circus with my Super 8 camera. And the Super 8 camera is like 20 years older than the disc camera, and it's still running fine. But before any of that, I did a bit of spooling down. What's spooling down? Let's have a look. Let's go to the screening room and see. Now, if you're like me, you shoot on a bit of Super 8, and every so often you use one of those little spools of film, and you run out. What are you going to do when you run out? You've got to put all those spools of film onto a big spool so you can store it. You can store like about 8, sometimes 10 spools of film on some of these big spools. So this is something you have to do every so often if you're into Super 8. You have to put all your little spools onto a big spool and free up your little spools. So I take this from my pile and I take off the information. This is my system here, above, on the top of all the others. I built this up from the bottom up, so because of course you put the films on in reverse order. That's right. Now here's me doing it. Film through the projector, put it straight onto the back reel. That's right. So you spool it onto the back reel first before you do anything. The whole thing back. Okay, and take this off. There's the fruit of your labour. That's for you now. You have on your archive reel. This is the big reel that everything's being put onto. I agree. And then it's just a case of splicing these two together. And the clear one there is your archive reel that they're all going onto. Just rewind it. So you have to put it on from the back, from the back of the film on. Okay, that film is now on your master reel. Take that off, and then take the next one and begin again. Oh, it's time for a little montage. Yes, I'm selling those all, Ben Marshall. You want to put in a bid? Go ahead. I need to clear out. And that's it. That's the process of spooling down. And it's fun. Go and do it. If you have too many, if you have too few Super 8 reels, then spool them all down into a one reel. It's good Super 8 hygiene to do that. Make everything neat. And also, if you ever get your Super 8s properly telecines, they do prefer it if they come on big reels, not those little 50-foot reels. Right, so that was the spooling down. What else have I been up to? Yes, well, as I said, I went to Piccadilly Circus, which for most people in the world is quite an adventure and quite a long distance to go. For me, I'm lucky that it's only 30 minutes on the tube. I went to Piccadilly Circus, and I there in my hand you can see I'm holding a UMIG Mini 5, one of my favorite cameras to take out and about because it's so small, it's so neat, and it's great. A UMIG Mini 5. It is. I can thoroughly recommend them. They're super cheap. I've talked about them many times on the show before. You can put it in an inside pocket. You can go for a walk, and the quality is good for the price, for the size of camera. This is a damn good quality picture you get off this. I'm not going to show that anymore because you've seen it all. So what did I do with my Munich? I went to. So, as I said, I went to Piccadilly Circus. And what did I film there? What stock did I use? I used this. I used Kodak Ektachrome 160 Type A. Yes, I'm not messing about. This stuff is, well, how old is it? Let's see, when did it expire? 1954. No, I'm joking. 1982. That's just the lot number, which unfortunately it says 1954. Like 10 years, 11 years before Super 8 was even made. September 1982, this stuff expired. I don't give a monkeys. I'm going to shoot it anyway. And I did shoot it. And what did that look like? Well, after I shot it, I developed it. Yes, I did. I developed it. How did I develop that then? Well, okay, all you darkroom enthusiasts, here's how I did it. Make notes. Actually, don't make notes. I didn't even come out that well. So this is not the definitive way you're supposed to develop this stuff. You're supposed to do it in E6. That's less than 24 degrees Celsius. And I kept under 24 degrees, but I didn't use the E6 process. I used whatever I had to hand. And for my first development, I used an ORWO A71. Don't even try and looking for that. That's like, they don't make it anymore. I got it from Adrian Cousins and I happen to have it around. That's a black and white developer. Basically, use a black and white developer first, then stop bath, re-exposure. That means getting the film out of the developer, out of the tank, and shining lots of light on it. And then put it back in for color development. I only have ECN2, so I use that for 20 minutes in 24 degrees ECN2, and then I bleached it with my ECN2 bleach, that's potassium ferrocyanide, for 6 minutes, and finally 6 minutes in the fixer. It took for bloody ever to develop this film, Kodak 160A, and shall we have a look to see how it came out? Yes, let's. Ooh, okay. All right, I didn't use it wasn't light enough. Hey, that's my mate Georg playing around in Sandy Heath on Hampstead Heath. Yeah, not too good. This is a positive, by the way. This was not a negative. This could actually be projected. You could project this, although I color corrected it a bit. So there's Piccadilly Circus. They say, there's my daughter Amy. They say that if you stand in Piccadilly Circus for long enough, everyone in the world will walk past you. Well, that was before COVID. Nowadays, it's pretty deserted, though that's going to, we're going to get our tourists back soon. Then I went to Buckingham Palace. Oh dear, look at that. That's the Mall. Nice and empty. I messed around with trying the 85 filter. Yes, we still drive horses and carriages here in London. It was daffodil season. So yeah, I messed around. Have a look at this. Look, that's with the daylight filter on, off, on, off, off, on. See, it goes all bright orange like that. To be honest, I'm going to leave the daylight filter off because it looks like nuclear war just got declared. Anyway, then I went to the coast and did a bit of filming there. This was on a really grey, miserable day. And I found that the less light you have, the dingier the colors are. But, you know, the stuff expired in 1984. So, you know, this is anything like this is a plus. Also, I noticed that there's this occasional sort of bleach problem. Then sunny day, much better. Not bad at all for Ektachrome 160A. And there's some, there's, you know, you need a lot of light and you need the proper development. And like I said, this was very blue when I got it out of the developer, so I've color corrected it a bit. But, you know, you get some acceptable, you get colors at least. And apart from those weird occasional, look, every so often the picture goes all funny like that. So, yeah, Manny, looks interesting. Yep. I mean, interesting is about as as far as we get. Now, look, that was with the Canon 814 XLS, and it looked much better. So I think you've got to really, I don't know, you got to get enough light, and you got to get a decent lens on it. Look at that. I slowed that down because it was at the very end of the film. What's the bloody cat doing wandering around here? Last shot looked good. The rest of it, meh, a bit less so, to be honest. But, you know, if I get any more Kodak 160, I will give it a go. I will try. Adrian Cousins gave me some tips on better developer to do to process that stuff. Now, here's something interesting. These were some stills from some of that film I just shot. Yeah, that one and that one. And I made a little montage of them because I thought actually they look quite artistic, quite cool. All the different colors that I got from various filters and developments and stuff. So, yeah, I might print that out. Maybe that's something for the wall. Put that on the wall. Again, that's Blackfriars Station. That's with the filter. That's without the filter. It looks a bit weird. But look at that. You can make a nice little sort of composite montage. That's what I always say about film. Even when it doesn't go well, it still looks interesting. It still looks good. Manny said at least it didn't peel off. Yes, correct. That's true. Joshua, hey, Ben from Sweden. Hi, Joshua. Wow, we've got America, we've got Sweden, we've got Russia. We are a truly international community, aren't we? So, yeah, on the left there, you see that was without the sun filter, and on the right with the sun filter. Yeah, not bad. And here, this is interesting. I messed around with the timings and the color developer. This is when it was in color developer 15 minutes, and this is when it was in for 20 minutes. Looks much better. So, yeah, next time I'll tweak that a bit and do it for 20 minutes in the color developer. Then what did I do? I shot this. I shot some Kodachrome. This is a mixed bag, by the way, tonight. This is going to be a bunch of different stuff. No one particular theme other than what did I do on my holidays. Hey, Ben Marshall says, like the arty stills. Yes, thank you. Maybe I'll print those out big and put them on the wall and pretend I'm an artist. Anyway. Oh, you're going for a treat now. Kodachrome 40. We all know about this stuff. This was like the original color film back in the day. Can't be done in color anymore. It can be done as a negative. It can also be done as a black and white positive. It can be done as black and white, either in positive or negative. I shot this. This particular roll expired in 1984. Wow, 1984. And I went to, that's me. That's me filming it in the on the canal towpath near Camden Town in North London. So let's have a look at what that turned out to be. Kodachrome 40. How did I develop that? Let's have a look. I've got all the data here. I did it in something called Caffeinol CH, which is 54 grams of sodium carbonate. You can read 16 grams of vitamin C, instant coffee, potassium bromide. That's important, that stuff. 1 gram of that in water. I just put the Kodachrome in it for 10 minutes at 23 degrees. I say 23, it's basically room temperature for a London spring. And then just a stop bath, 3 minutes, acetic acid, that's a fancy name for vinegar, and 6 minutes in the fixer. How does Kodachrome turn out these days if you want to do it yourself in black and white? Well, let's have a look, shall we? And this was filmed with the firstly, okay, I ought to explain here. This is what I'm going to stop this for a second. This is okay. What you saw before there. This is what the actual negative scan looked like. The negative came out all kind of like yellow like this because that's how color. I don't know. That's how a lot of negative comes out. It comes out all yellow like this. If you do a straight reversal of that on the computer, yellow. What's the opposite of yellow? Everyone, blue. It comes out blue like this. I don't know if I like this very much. I don't know. I think it's sort of hard for the eyes to sort of focus on it all. So what I do generally is after I've reversed it on the computer, I then tint it back to the color of the negative that it was. And it produces this lovely sepia tone here. Sepia tone. No octopi died doing this. And then once it's that color, well, I just, maybe touch it up a little bit in post, but generally this didn't need any touching up. It came out really nice. Let's put a bit of music on this. So UMIG Mini 5, shooting Kodachrome 40. Let's bump up the exposure. That's better. Nice. Lovely grain, lovely fine grain. And if you get a sunny day, that's the proviso. You really need a sunny day to shoot this stuff. It looks amazing. If you tint it like that, it kind of comes out gold color where the sun is. Look at that. I mean, that's a really sharp lens on that UMIG. That's a tiny little UMIG Mini 5 and a great sharp lens on it. Look at these. Some of the most expensive houses in London there. Millions and millions of pounds those things cost, but we can see them for free. So who's laughing now? And some nice canal boats. Yeah, it looks great for Kodachrome. For 1984 Kodachrome, forget about it. I've got a lot more of that stuff, and I'll be very happy to shoot it. Of course, now this. Whoops. There was a cat standoff at the end here. That big cat at the end was having a standoff with little cat. Neither of these cats mine. Anyway, that big cat, that one at the back there, yeah, it fucked the sister of that one and got her pregnant. So yeah, lots of cat drama in my down my way. Right, let's I'll stop the music there. Oh, whoops. So that's the Kodachrome. Now, I've got some more Kodachrome to show you. I've got some more Kodachrome that I shot on a little Halina K40. Not K40, a little Halina what's it called? A PS150. Now, those of you who tuned in during the hiatus might have seen me tinkering around with this little thing. I've shown this on the show a few times. It's a great little point and shoot camera. And I wanted to put Kodachrome in it because I've got lots of Kodachrome and put it in this thing and see how it would deal with it. Interesting effects on this, particularly with the light meter. Because this doesn't have a manual light meter, the only way to affect the exposure is to put your finger over the window of the light meter and take it off sometimes and put it on and off. Let's see how that turned out. Oh. Enough of that. Enough music. Let's see. Now, the Halina. This is not the Halina. This is how the Halina turned out. Now, this was me a couple of weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I went online and I showed everyone how to put a battery into one of these things. That's the battery you put in it. And it goes into that little Halina. And when you put that battery in, the Halina can then meter for Kodachrome 40. Unfortunately, when it meters for Kodachrome 40, because Kodachrome 40 is expired now, it doesn't look so good. But if you put your finger over the light meter window, Or if you take the battery out completely, the light meter completely, the iris opens up completely, which is exactly what you need on a sunny day for Kodachrome 40. And that's a bit of a developing screw up. But yeah, that is basically, I did all that work to do the to get the right exposure, to get the right battery for this camera. Turns out the camera shoots Kodachrome 40 better without the battery. That's the bottom one with no battery, because it just opens up wide. So next time I'm just going to take the battery out and shoot with that. Of course, if I have proper, like, 50 ASA fresh film, I'll put the battery in. Joshua says, have you experimented with dev times for K40 Caffeinol? I'm wondering especially about the exposure because of the age. Yes, I think I've answered that. But yes, I have experimented. And I've discovered that the wider the better. Open it out all the way. Don't be worried about overexposing Kodachrome 40. You cannot overexpose it at this point. You can go to the bright sunny day. You can open your aperture all the way open. And if you put it in that Caffeinol CM for 10 minutes, you'll get those lovely images that I showed you. So that is the answer to your question now. So that's the Helena. Oh, we're just shooting ahead here. We're shooting ahead. What's left? What else did I do? I did lots of filming and developing over the last 5 weeks. Yeah, this was the Helena. Okay, what we're looking at here, this is interesting. On certain parts of the film, the developer didn't quite get to it. It was stuck to itself, and only little drops of the developer hit it here and there. And it made these amazing kind of like lava lamp style patterns. And of course, I don't like to waste anything. So I got all those lava-like patterns. That was the BT Tower, if you live in London, on the Helena. And I made little, I don't know, another little sort of Andy Warhol style 2x2 compilation of those, and it looks really nice. I think I might print that out as well. Maybe I'll put it on my wall or have it as desktop or something. Joshua says, cheers, no worries, mate. Ask questions. Oh, Ben Marshall's got a question. Can you use a non-acetic stop? I made myself allergic to the stuff my youth. Are you allergic to vinegar? What are you supposed to do when you get a bag of chips? Yes, any acid, basically. Acetic acid is used because it's safe. But I believe some citric acid will do the job. Basically, developers tend to be very alkaline, and stop baths are acidic. And when you put the stop bath in, it kills the development stone dead. So yeah, get yourself some other acid if you're allergic to acetic. My God, I've never heard of that. I've got to say, the acetic acid I use, that stuff is strong. I recently renewed my supply of this stuff, and it's I bought this 99% acetic acid, and I tell you what, when you open the cap of this, it smells like every single chip shop just open for business at the same time. This, I mean, you think you know what vinegar smells like. You open this, your neighbors will know what vinegar smells like. If you're allergic to this stuff, then even just looking at it like this is going to set you off. Just use another weak acid. You'll be fine. So that was the lovely, that was the very nice effects. Even when your development screws up, it can still look okay. Right, what are we off to next? What did I do next? I developed some UN54. ORWO UN54. This stuff's hard to get hold of. I've talked about it in the past. It is a black and white film that is fresh. The only way I could get it was to buy a whole 1,000 feet of it. That can be, if you have a reseller account with Kahl, K-A-H-L, you can buy it. If you have connections, which I'm happy to say I have connections, I got myself 1,000 feet of it from Adrian Cousins. Thank you, Adrian, again, if you're watching. So this is how I developed it. By the way, any black and white, you can get Fomapan black and white from Russia. mate. What's his name? Seaaon Matrasov. He sells foam and pan. Do it with Tri-X. You can try Tri-X as well. I don't know if these development times are gonna work with Tri-X, but why not? Just 10 minutes at 1+50 Rodinol. Get yourself some Rodinol. If you shoot black and white, Rodinol's amazing. It develops everything. And 120 milliliters. I got a whole liter of the stuff. I still haven't got halfway through it. 23 degrees in 1+50 Rodinol for 10 minutes and fix. And that's it. Easy peasy. And I got these lovely results here from the other weekend. Now that everyone's been injected with the COVID vaccine, I was able to do a nice, have a nice weekend with family, eating raspberry tart there. Then, because I was with family, this is an interesting thing. We're going to get on to something so freaking cool. This is the high point of the whole show, so stay tuned. A book called What's Hidden in the Woods. My niece had this book, and she's only 4 years old, but she loves it. It's a very clever book. It's illustrated in all these different colors, and you get this red, green, and blue filter to look through. And when you look at the pages through the filter, see, that's normal. If you look at it through the blue filter, you see those owls at the top. And then if you look at it through the green filter, the owls have disappeared. So it's great fun for kids. I promptly stole the filters from my niece, and I set up a camera, a nice Canon 814 XLS, and I filmed some flowers. And I filmed it on the black and white ORWO film through 3 different color filters. Now you're probably thinking, well, what's the point using color filters with black and white film? Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. So that's the green filter, the blue filter. Right, here we go. It's the highlight of the show. Look at the flowers. Whoa! See, look, they just changed color. That's the red, green, and blue. And then I shot this shot, red, green, blue filters. Look at it, red, green, look at it. It's all changing. It is slightly different each time. Then red, green, blue. So I filmed all of these. You know what's coming. You ever heard of a guy called Maxwell? I don't know his first name. He invented color photography before they had color film. He filmed stuff in black and white with red, green, and blue filters. He then projected it with a red filter over the projector of the red image, a green filter over the projected green image, you know where we're going, and a blue filter over the projected blue filter image. And when you put the green and the blue together, it makes this. And when you put the red on top of that, you got a color picture using black and white film. This made me so excited. I know it's a bit dingy. I haven't done any more color correction. But look at this. Look at how the red flowers are kind of moving a little bit. And then this shot, yeah, also got cut. You know what? It's a bit. It looks a lot dingier here than it did on Premiere, which I did all this in Premiere. But then you can even see the colors go slightly out of whack, out of registration here and there. But this is how you can get a color picture of something that's not moving using just black and white film. Bloody amazing! That's how color photography started. Yes, it is. That was the very, very first black and white color photography. It's called the 3-color process. Technicolor, says Watch and Shoot. Yes, 3-strip Technicolor. This is the Zero Budget Film School, and you are all learning about early color. Now, here's the interesting thing. Well, it's one interesting thing. I'm going to put myself up on full screen just because I'm so interesting about this. Red, green, blue is not the only way to make color images. Kodachrome used and other print stocks used cyan, yellow, and magenta, and black and white. Yeah, so it gets a bit more complicated. Now I know the red, green, blue worked. I might tinker with it a bit more. In fact, I've bought on eBay. I've gone and bought red, green, and blue filters for my camera, so I won't have to steal my niece's storybook. Where maybe I should have bought cyan, yellow, and magenta filters. That's what I'm going to try next. In fact, I am not done with this, not by a long. I think it's in Game of Death the Bruce Lee film. Oh dear, we got disconnected for a second there. Yeah, there's a bit where Bruce Lee does sort of like this, and they mess around with the picture to offset all the red, green, and blue images. So yeah, I'm going to try that again. That's going to be fun. Ben Marshall said it's how single chip DLP projectors worked too. That is correct. Ben, you get a gold star there. You are absolutely correct. However, DLP projectors, I hate them. I hate them because you know why? Because if you look left to right while those things are on, you can see the picture devolve into the red, green, and blue images. They flicker. They think the human eye doesn't notice it, but my eye does, and I'm human, so I'm smart. I can handle things. No, I'm human. DLP projectors, they're nice and bright, but they're not the best quality. I know. Bill Gates invented them, apparently. So that's about it. Yes, Technicolor input, your performance is wonderful. Well, thank you. Yes, I'm gonna be messing around with that in the future shows. So have a look. Oh my God, it's 10 to 8 already. Holy crap. My God, the time flew. Have I got anything else to show you? Oops, you've seen that. Yes, I do. I do have something else to show you, but before I do, I mean, we're basically going on to the tonight's interesting archival clips. Yes, it is. I've spent the time also buying some weird and wonderful. Some weird and wonderful old archive Super 8s. In fact, this is a standard 8, this one. This is a film. Oh, well, before I go on to that, I've got a book recommendation for you all. I'm 50 years too late because this one came out in 1971. But it's so good. It's like it was written yesterday. It's called The Super 8 Book by Lenny Lipton. It's great. I love it. It's everything I read in this is basically stuff I've already talked about and stuff I didn't know about and stuff I'm still reading about on the Super 8mm Facebook group. It is so fresh. It's brilliantly written. It's got a wealth of information. If you're still into Super 8, then this book is still valid. And it's got lots of amazing information in it. Lenny Lipton, he's a hero of mine. Lenny, if you're watching, I would love to talk to you, even like off the air or on the show, or even record something off the air and I'll put it on the show. Lenny, you're a hero. And he wrote the lyrics to Puff the Magic Dragon, and he invented several 3D techniques as well. The guy is a genius, and he's still alive, and he's getting on a bit. He's like 80 years old now. Oh my God, he is my not only my hero, but the guy I would like to get on this show. So if anyone out there knows Lenny Lipton, he's not an easy person to get hold of. Please pass a message on. Tell him that Ben from Ben's Camera Show would like to meet him. If not in person, then at least have a chat with him, because the guy's a hero of mine. So maybe for a future show, maybe I'll be if I ever manage to talk to the guy, I'll come back and tell you about him. Barry Steinlager says, is Len Lipton the inventor of the real 3D? He was genuine. Yes, he was involved in the Avatar generation of 3D films, and previously a lot of that stuff as well. He was a consultant on several 3D processes. He's written multitude of books, and he is okay. I used a lot of Star Wars metaphors. I called Adrian Cousins the Obi-Wan Kenobi of Super 8, and I called Phil Vigent the Yoda of Super 8, and all I can say is Lenny Lipton's the Qui-Gon Jinn of Super 8. He's the Liam Neeson of Super 8, and I will find him. And I will. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to quote the entire Taken speech. Anyway, boy, my God, it's been an hour and it feels like it's just gone down like that. Right, it's time for some fun. It's time for some fun now, and we're going to go into the screening room, and we are going to watch. We're going to watch a movie. We're going to watch something on Standard 8. I saw this for sale. It was only like £4 on eBay. I had to get it. Crazy Wrestling on Standard 8. Wrestling in mud. What's that say? King something wrestling. King size wrestlers. Women wrestlers. Wrestling in... Oh my God. Shall we just watch it? It's a bit long, so we're going to watch half of it, and I'm going to save the rest for another show. This is amazing. This is really great. Right. I have to turn some lights off first. This is the old turning the lights off. Oh, well, firstly, let's get the DSLR on. Not the DSLR. What am I talking about? It's this. Yes, we're now... Yep. That's working. Thank God. Lights off. See, the thing is, look at this. This is sunlight. This is the first camera show I've done where it's actually been daylight towards the end of the show. So it's been a bit difficult to get it dark enough to show this stuff. But we're going to show it anyway. Right. Let's have a look. Crazy Wrestling, everyone, on Standard 8. Yeah, music from me. Wrestling is fishy, you're right. Oh my God, what? Fish? Haven't you seen Seaspiracy? There's not enough fish left to waste on this nonsense. Oh God, that looks like it smells horrible. That's right, fish wrestling, everyone. Oh my Lord. People would buy this and watch it at home. And for their... Of course, now you can just tune into the, tune into MMA and see all this stuff. I'm not sure if it's in fish. Slippery customers? What's that? It's mud wrestling! Heavy, muscular men wrestling in mud. That's what we want. Oh, yes, go on. Give him the bumps. It's his birthday. Go on, go get him. Go, he's slipping. Oh, my goodness. Before the WWE, this is what we had to entertain ourselves with. Barry says it could be worse. They could be using squid. Damn right, that's a damn waste of squid. I like to eat squid, so yes. Okay, got him on the headlock. He slapped him on the back of the back. Oh, he's down. That's enough to to get anyone down. Okay, now he's going to go for the. Oh, he's going to throw him in the. In the mud. There we go. Oh my goodness me. Oh, the excitement. Let's keep the fight clean, boys. Oh, that's a bit attempt at humor there. Now, hello, what's all this? He's flying in the air. How's that possible? Yeah, he's flying in the. He's in. Oh dear, oh dear. It's underwater wrestling, and that guy's holding his breath for a decent amount of time. And then, he's got him around the neck. Yes, drown him. Come here. In the throat, underwater. Rather you than me, mate. Yeah, the nose pinch. This is the most bizarre Standard 8. I love this. No comments coming through because you're all watching open mouthed, aren't you? Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, no, he needs a breath. No, I think that guy with the white trunks, he's the winner. Oh, unfortunately, he died. But, yeah, that's right. Give him a bit of a... he put his foot on him, and the guy... you think man's... Well, watch this. Okay, right, we're on to the women now. I'll just show you a little bit of the women, but I'm going to... it's the women rollerblading, which has nothing to do with wrestling whatsoever, apart from the fact that I bet a fight's going to break out, as we've seen in the previous films. Yep, of course a fight breaks out. Oh dear, this girl's a match for any man. Who are they talking about? Wow, she's built like a brick shit house. There we go. Show those. Yeah. Oh, and the good snap. Okay, right. Then she's done it. Right. How's she going to behave? How's she going to do in the ring? We're going to have women on men wrestling? Do you know what? Let's keep that. Let's keep that for next week. Yes, that's right. That's on that bombshell. On that bombshell, we're gonna end the show to this week. It's already 8 o'clock. My God. Oh. Hey, that was fun. Already? Are we done already? It seems we are. Yes. I'm going to try and keep this to an hour. And next week, everyone, 13th of May, I'm going to have to conjure up some more footage, really. Some more footage for next week's show. I think I'll do next week's show about experimental filmmaking. Yes, I've got some guests as well. Experimental filmmaking, which basically, anytime anything goes wrong, and you decide, well, let's keep that. We'll keep it a feature, and So that's what I'm talking about with experimental filmmaking. And then, if things go right, then wow, you can get a lot of amazing effects there. Oh, hey, thanks for tuning in, everyone. You know, the first show of a new season, I'm always a bit like, how's it going to go? But tonight, I've had a ball. I've had great fun, and I hope you have too. Have had fun too. If there's one lesson you can take away from this, it's don't buy a disc camera unless you are prepared to go through a lot of trouble finding film for it, developing the film for it. But hey, you know, it's worth it just for that 80s pose value. The other lesson we've learned tonight is give your Kodachrome lots of light. And tune in next week. And great to see you all. And if you comment on the show after it goes up, I will be around in about half an hour. I'm going to have my dinner. And then I'm going to be around to comment back. So, yes, I reply to many comments. You have questions, I'll answer them. If I don't know the answer, I'll make something up. So anyway, see you next week, everyone. And, live long and prosper. What do you think about that? And, yeah, see you all. And that's all. If you want to be on the show, I might open it up to anyone who sends me a message. Go to zerobudgetfilmschool.com. Go to my, I might as well put my eBay thing up again. My eBay auction is at tinyurl.com/bensuper8. And that's it. Bye, everyone. This was fun. See you next week. And bye-bye. Oh, we're not finished. I have to still click on end. So yes, that's the end. But it's not the end. It's just the beginning of season 3. I'm the only thing worth watching on YouTube. So come back next week. Bye.